news from Magnolia, a Vinegar Syndrome partner label, is Severance, horror film from 2006 directed by Christopher Smith. This is one of those movies that I saw in the cinema. I've seen a couple of times at home, and I've never quite found the utter adoration or love for it. It's always one of those movies that I enjoy. I lose my way a little bit throughout it, but I ultimately finish up going, I like that. I feel like I should really love it more than I actually do. It's all about a group of sales reps from a weapons manufacturing company that are sent out to the Eastern Europe on a bonding retreat. They expect trust exercises and awkward bonding, but what they get instead is booby traps, masked killers, and a lot of blood and destruction. The further they wander into the forest, the more they realise their company's dark past may have followed them out of the boardroom. Love the idea of this one, the way it's set up. It's got a really sharp premise. You know, corporate horror, it's ripe for satire. Severance leans into it hard. Greedy execs being hunted down in the woods by ghosts of their pasts is a really interesting idea, and it leads itself to some wonderful setup. Also, it's really hard to balance comedy and horror. It's something that so many movies try, but so little do it competently enough. I feel like it's done really well here. It's kind of like The Office mixed with Wrong Turn. There's some genuinely funny moments in this one, and it should be said that a lot of that comes from Danny Dyer's character. Now, he works a strange level of magic throughout this film, because simultaneously he is the most annoying character within the film, but he's also the most entertaining and the one who kind of takes the lead and who you come to love throughout it.
Have I pissed myself?
What?
I feel damp.
It's a really interesting and well done performance. One of those ones where it could easily have went into annoying if it wasn't as nuanced or as balanced as it actually is. And it may not be given the credit that it deserves because it's in a slasher movie, and we know that those aren't really worthy of credits other than blood and kills. I feel like the cast has a really strong chemistry within it as well. Lots of familiar faces, lots of character actors, and they all bounce off each other wonderfully well. You feel like this is a group of people who work together and annoy the hell out of each other. You feel those little anxieties coming forward, the nuances of annoyance that come out through their conversations, the shortness that they have with certain people because they just push all the wrong buttons. It just works tremendously well.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's a dump.
What do you expect, the Hilton?
The Hilton would be good.
We're in the country.
It does have some issues though. It has this uneven tone where it can change from being kind of goofy fun to grim violence, and that just never quite sits right throughout the film. Doesn't always land smoothly, and you can find it a little bit jarring as well. There is also some real logic issues in this one. If you think too hard about the killers, about their backstory, it starts to unravel the film a little bit. You can kind of see how it all feels a bit too neat, a little bit too contrived, but we don't linger on that too much. And it does have a lot of predictability in it. You can kind of tell where a lot of the genre tropes are going to kick in, how it doesn't fully subvert them at certain points, and some of the beats just feel overly familiar, particularly in that middle section of the film where it starts to fall into typical territory of things you've seen before. It doesn't become as interesting because you kind of lose the characters a little bit, and it ekes more into the typical horror plot lines that we've seen done before.
Yeah, well, I'd hate to be accused of not killing him when I had the chance.
Well, I think you'll be alright there.
I love the idea of team building is horror. I think that's a wonderful idea. It's a situation that most people hear those words and get shivers down their spines anyway. But it takes the soulless corporate culture, puts it into the woods, and then begins tearing it apart, which is really kind of fun and something that I can get behind 100%. The ghosts of the industry are a really nice addition, and although it bogs down a little bit of the second half of the movie as they try to get these points in, it is a nice addition and gives a good backstory as to why the killer or killers are doing what they are doing. I like Severance. I don't think I'm ever going to get to loving it, but sometimes like is enough. Like I said, it works with the corporate satire, it works with the kills, the humour lands particularly well. There's some really good standout performances, and I just overall, I like it. It's a sharp, nasty little horror film that delivers an equal dose of splatter and satire. It's not perfectly balanced, but it really does swing for the fences, and most of the time kind of knocks it out of the park, except, like I said, that middle third where it gets a little bit bogged down. But I would thoroughly recommend this one. I would love to know your thoughts on Severance, if you have seen it, if you're checking out, if you picked up this edition. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com always, in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.